And what's your bag, Klute? What do you like? You a talker? A button freak? You like to have your chest walked around with high-heel shoes? Maybe you like to have us watch you tinkle?
Okay.
Or do you get it off wearing women's clothes? Goddamn hypocrite squares!
Okay.
When it comes to actors, a lot of people like to separate the personal politics from the performances, but few actors have melded those so well as Jane Fonda. A lot of people tend to forget that Jane Fonda was a student of Lee Strasberg in method acting. But I think the way she does method acting is a lot less showy and a lot more impressive than some of her male colleagues. Jane Fonda started out, obviously, the daughter of a famous actor. She was cast a lot as an ingenue. She was kind of bored with it, and her solution was to go to Europe. And there she met Roger Vadim and married him, and eventually they together collaborated on Barbarella. Barbarella is in some ways pushing her completely out of her comfort zone. She admits that the striptease that starts the movie was a day on set where she was completely drunk. But in a lot of ways, Jane Fonda finds a way through Barbarella to take that idea of her as the ingenue and flip it on its head.
You won't do it?
Well, if you simply must insist, I guess so. But I can assure you there's really no point at all in doing it like this.
She really understood the humor. It's objectifying her to the point that it is comedy. She really gets it and makes the film kind of a delightful confection. When Jane Fonda returned to America, she really wanted to make a different kind of movie, one that pushed her out of her comfort zone. And the perfect example of that is Klute. When she was preparing for Klute, Jane Fonda spent time with sex workers in New York, and she immediately decided she was unable to play this role, that it was too wild, too tough, and she begged Alan J. Pakula to use Faye Dunaway instead. But he told her he would not make the movie without her, and he was absolutely right. He understood the kind of method she had to do, how deep she had to go, and how good it would be. To look at the best performance aspect of this film, Jane Fonda knew that her scenes with the psychiatrist would have to be incredibly powerful, so she requested that they be filmed last when she was deepest into the character. And actually, a lot of those scenes are completely improvised, which is absolutely unbelievable.
What's the difference between going out on a call as a model or as an actress, as a call girl? You're successful as a call girl. You're not
Because
successful.
when you're a call girl, you control it. That's why. Because someone wants you, not me. I mean, there are some Johns that I have regularly that want me, and that's terrific.
Jane Fonda, in the end, earned an Oscar for this performance, and it's pretty amazing and subtle. Obviously, it's very forward-thinking to have a sex worker who is empowered, who understands her power and enjoys it. Jane Fonda, of course, was known well as an activist and a feminist. She often imbued her roles with this idea, but it wasn't in the forefront of the role. And I think a great example of this is the film The China Syndrome.
Got a chance to say goodbye.
Studio B, this is Kimberly. How soon do we go live?
Orange, make sure Pete knows just time to say goodbye on the last section. Thank you.
How'd you like to get caught in that
Hey,
traffic
fellas,
like,
anybody listening to me? Hey!
The China Syndrome is obviously an anti-nuclear film, something she cared a lot about. But on top of that, Jane Fonda finds a way to make her character an interesting, strong, and very forward-thinking feminist. It is not the main focus of the film whatsoever that her reporter is put down, not thought of as much. She is doing these puff pieces and stumbles onto a big conspiracy, but she plays it so well. And she's so true to her character and herself in this role. It's just a wonderful, nuanced piece of a larger whole.
Didn't want you sneaking back for your damn cattle.
Obliged. Where'd you find him?
Ain't so hard if you know where to look.
How you doing?
Fine.
To see Jane Fonda play a completely different kind of strong woman is very exciting in Alan J. Pakula's follow-up with her, which is Comes a Horseman. Comes a Horseman is a fairly traditional Western, and again she is playing a woman put upon by men. But here instead, in a lot of ways, she is playing her own father and the kind of roles Henry Fonda took in old Westerns. This film is as much about her character learning to communicate, learning to feel emotions again, as it is about this great ranch western kind of classic duel. One of the big moments in Jane Fonda's career was acting alongside her own father in On Golden Pond.
What I'd like to know is why you enjoy playing games.
Huh?
You seem to like beating people. I wonder why.
On Golden Pond is a beautiful movie. It's a movie that's often considered too sappy or silly to be considered seriously, but it's interesting because it involves a lot of that method acting that I've talked about. Of course, the wonderful moment in the film that everyone points to is Jane chose, in the final moments shot with her father, to do something off script, to grab his arm while her character is trying to connect with her father. And you actually see Henry Fonda break down crying on camera. It was a moment that she said is one of the most important moments of her life, and it's captured on film and just works so well. To know that Henry and Jane had a troubled relationship, but they found a way to heal, and she of course managed to get him an Oscar, is a really moving thing. And it means that a film, even as fluffy and light as On Golden Pond, is incredibly emotional and meaningful for her. Jane Fonda finds a way to bring herself and who she is into every film. That's pure method acting. That's pure sublimation of your beliefs, of your politics, into a performance in a way that can be enjoyed by any audience and just make a movie even better.
To explore more film history, watch A Year in Film on Hollywood Suite.